Hi, in this video you'll be learning about IT service management, how is it defined in the Technology Risk Management Guidelines, hereinafter referred to as TRM, published by the Monetary Authority of Singapore. The textbook definition of IT service management refers to the frameworks in place that is used to design, plan and deliver IT services to meet the needs of an organization. IT service management has four main goals or benefits. It allows IT to have a better understanding of the business model. It has standardized procedures in place that leads to increased productivity. It also has repeatable and scalable processes, and it also allows IT to identify and address problems that have previously occurred. There are five key sections defined inside MASTRM for IT service management: change management, program migration, incident management, problem management, and capacity management. Let us first take a look at change management. In our first scenario, meet John. John oversees the entire IT infrastructure for the organization. Recently, there were talks made to shift all their physical servers to the cloud. However, doing so without a plan would spell disaster for the organization. Therefore, in the spirit of change management, as defined inside TRM, John must first analyze and consider the factors with regards to using the cloud. How will the organization benefit from this change, and what value will it create? John must also identify what are the risks the change will bring and how it will affect the organization. This is to prepare themselves for any barrier that they may face in view of this change. Once a sound change assessment is made, the second step is to perform testing. As defined in TRM, before the actual shift from physical to cloud is made, testing of cloud services must be done to ensure that whatever service that the organization is providing can still work on the cloud. There are some unforeseen side effects that would not be discovered unless actual testing on the cloud is done. After testing, John must also ensure that all identified risks have been accounted for. For example, if the servers in the cloud service providers were to go down, are there any backups that the organization can rely on? If risks are not properly treated, the organization may not have any contingency plans to fall back on when the cloud service providers are down. During the implementation of the change, proper documentation must be done. For auditing or investigation purposes, individual responsibilities and actions taken to carry out said responsibilities has to be documented clearly. Having proper documentation encourages accountability when carrying out their jobs. The next section is change migration. Meet Judas. He oversees all the development work behind the organization's web applications and software. Change migration can be thought of as a subset of change management that specifically deals with code. Every time code is being updated, it is a bad practice to just immediately push it to the production environment because there may be potential bugs that have yet to be discovered. If the bug is severe enough to cripple the business function, it may lead to a loss of business for the organization. TRM states that the production environment, or the actual applications that are made available to customers or internal users, has to be completely separated from the testing environment, otherwise known as staging. Similar to change management, there has to be a step-by-step procedure that ensures that the code has been tested in a staging environment, reviewed and approved from higher authority, and then pushed to the production environment. This ensures that no single person is able to commit changes to the production environment as an individual. Again, any changes made to the production server should also be documented under change documentation. Next up is incident management, which deals with resolving incidents to restore IT services. Meet Matthew. He oversees the overall cybersecurity for the organization. Matthew and his department ensures that the systems in the organization are virus-free. Two of the most common problems that the Security Operations Center faces is the recurring malware detected in their systems and also unauthorized devices being connected to the network. As a result, a lot of effort and man-hours have been spent on investigating the same problem over and over again. That's where incident management comes in. Incident management requires that there are standard operating procedures written for each type of incident. For example, every time a malware is detected, the reactive response should always be to disconnect the machine and to run an antivirus scan. In the case of unauthorized devices, similarly, the origin should be tracked and blocked from any further access. Having SOPs in place can significantly reduce the time taken to respond to incidents. TRM also states that there should be a dedicated incident response team to react to incidents instead of relying on other departments such as the Security Operations Center. This is to improve efficiency so that the people in Security Operations Center can continue monitoring for incoming alerts while the incident response team investigates the incident. The fourth section, problem management. In the previous section, we talked about managing incidents. It can be thought of as a reactive approach in which people react to a certain incident. Problem management can be seen as the proactive approach. What incident management does not solve is preventing the issue from happening again. The malware that has appeared in computers will appear if nothing has been done to stop it from being infected again. The problem arises when man-hours and resources have been constantly invested into resolving the same issues. This does not create any value for the organization at all. In problem management, it is about finding out what causes the problem and applying treatment to those causes. That's what problem management is for, prevention. Asking ourselves the how do we stop it from occurring again in the future question. In the case of the Security Operations Center, if the cause of the malware is discovered to be due to obsolete software or OS that are used, then applying problem management to it would mean to patch the systems that are vulnerable to prevent future occurrences. Similarly, if the cause of unauthorized devices within the network has been found to be due to the users bringing in their own personal devices, then the appropriate measure to take is to establish rules to say that they are not allowed to do so. Incident management and problem management work hand in hand to benefit different parties, but ultimately, it creates value for the organization by allowing departments to work more efficiently. The last section is capacity management. Very briefly, capacity management is about dealing with the constant growing IT needs of the organization, such as storage space and computing power. Meet Alice. She is the lead business analyst of the organization. She performs analytics from the transactions that are stored in the company's database to make sense of the data. However, as there are always new transactions coming in, occasionally the server will run out of space. Capacity management comes into play when managing this sort of limitations, ensuring that Alice never gets held back from her work due to storage space constraints. And that's all for ITSM in MAS TRM. Thanks for watching.